डॉक्टर बाबासाहेब आंबेडकर ओपन युनिव्हर्सिटी.
Namaskar. Welcome to Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University. I am Dr. Priti Baser. Welcome you in the lecture series of Bachelor of Science Information Technology program. We are studying this database management system. We are studying Unit 2 of Block 4, in which we have discussed about different kinds of command, such as the create command, what is the syntax of the create command. We have seen the example of create command using different tables. We have also seen different constraints such as not null constraint, unique constraint, primary key constraints, and other constraint also. So in today's lecture, we will be discussing the remaining constraint. What is a check constraint? So the check constraint is basically applied on a database table, right? Whenever the check constraint is applied on particular tables column, right, and if the user want to insert any value, first of all it will check the condition, and if the condition for that particular column is satisfied, the value will be inserted into the database table, right. We have also seen what are the syntax for creating a check constraint using a create command. So there is a check keyword will be used, right. Whichever column we have to specify the condition, check keyword must be mentioned. Okay. Let us take an example of the student, right. In the student, we would like to take provide the age condition on the age field, right. So the age of the student should not be less than 15, right. So the student ID is there in student table, student first name, last name, phone number, email ID, and the followed by the age. Age field should be specified. Along with the age field, we have to specify the check condition. So inside the check, we have to mention the condition. What is the condition for this field, right? So the age should be less than or equal to 15. So if the user is trying to insert the student information who is greater than 15 age, who is having the 15 years, right, greater than 15 years, right. The data, it will first check this condition, and if the condition is false, right, it will reject that record, right. Next one constraint, that is a default. So the default constraint is basically applied to the tables column, and if the user has not specified the value, what value should be inserted, right. If he has not specified the value for the particular field, then the default value which is specified during the creating the table, right, the default, it will check the default, what should be the default value for that field, right, and that value will be inserted into the particular column, right. How can you specify the default constraint into the table for a particular column? For example, create table, the syntax for that, the create table, as we know, column name, its data type, and default value. What should be the default value of that column? If user ignores that value, right, so the default value will be inserted into the particular column, right. Column name 1 has been specified as a default value. Okay. Column name 2 is not specified, right. So we have to compulsorily enter that value. Okay. Below it we have the example of student table in which the email ID, somebody has forgotten to enter the email ID, right. So, the default email ID will be inserted in the student email ID. Okay. So, you can see create table command, student ID, student first name, student last name, phone number and student's email ID. What should be the default value for the email ID? abc.91@gmail.com. And if the user don't enter this email ID by default, the abc.91@gmail.com will be inserted into this column, right. So, these are all about constraint, right. We have seen not null constraint, unique constraint, primary key constraint, foreign key constraints, default as well as check constraints, right. So, till now we have discussed how to create the table using create command. But sometimes it may happen that you would like to change the definitions of the existing table, right. Instead of destroying the entire table, you can modify the fields. You can also add the field, you can remove the field, right. You can add the column, you can remove the column, you can modify the columns into the existing table, right. So, after creating the table, if the database administrator feel that he has to modify the database design, right. So, for that alter command is used, right. Let us see how to use the alter command to add new column, right. So, if somebody has already created the database table and he would like to add new column into the table, right. So, alter command is used. So, for that alter table followed by the table name, add column name and its data type, right. So, add keyword is used followed by the which column you want to add and what should be the data type of that column, right, as well as the size. Okay. So, below it we have mentioned the alter command to add the column, alter table. If you would like to add student address into the existing student table, right. So, alter table student add followed by the new column name, right, student address and its data type, right. So, varchar or you can use varchar 2, right, and the size of data type, right. So, after creating after using this command, new column will be added into the existing table, right. Same way if you would like to change the data type of column, right. So, for that along with the alter table command, modify keyword will be used, right. So, the first one is the syntax for the alter command to change the data type of the column. Alter table, then table name, existing table name, modify, right, column name, existing column name and what should be the data type of that column, right. Somebody feel that phone number should be earlier it has been created with the varchar 2, but somebody feel that he would like to change in numeric type phone number as a numeric value, right. So, using modify keyword you can modify the data type of the existing column in the existing table. Alter table, the below is example of the student in which we have modified the data type of the student's phone number, right. Alter table student modify student phone number and followed by the new data type and its size, right. So, after doing this, this command will be successfully executed and the column will be modified with new data type. Then, how can you add not null constraint to the column, right? Sometimes if you feel later on after database design you feel that you like to add this constraint, right? Not null, unique constraint, foreign key or primary key constraint, right? So in that case alter table is alter command is used to add new constraint, right? Then the first one, that is the syntax for altering the constraint, adding the constraint. Alter table, existing table name, modify, column name, existing column name, its data type, followed by the not null keyword, right? So that means the existing column will be modified with the not null constraint, right? Earlier it was allowing the null value, but after modifying it will not allow the empty or null values to this field, right? So below it we have seen the example of student table, in which we are altering the constraint, we are adding the constraint, not null constraint, to the student's phone number, right? That means whenever during the data entry time null value is not permitted in case of student table, right? So the example of adding the not null constraint, that is in the student table, alter table, student, modify, which field you would like to modify, student phone number, followed by the its type, and then mention not null. That means not null constraints will be added to the existing column. You can also drop the existing column, right, from the table, right, using alter command. Okay. So alter command for the dropping the column. Later on after designing the database you feel that some of the columns are not necessarily be used, right, they should be deleted, right? So for that again you can use the alter along with the alter command along with the drop keyword, right? So the first one, that is mentioned as a syntax for the alter command, right? Alter table, existing table name, and drop which of the column you would like to delete, that must be mentioned. Drop column followed by the existing column name, right? In this table we have car database, right? Different types of car color and cars cost, right? Hyundai Venue, Hyundai i20, okay, and its respective cost have been given. Now in this case we would like to remove the car color column, okay. So we have to apply alter table, cars, drop column, which of the column we would like to drop, that is the car color, right. So after applying this command you will be getting this result. Only car name and car cost will be remain into the database table design. You can also add the primary key if you have not added during the creation time, okay. So again you can apply the alter command to add the primary key. We also seen alter command to add the constraints, right. We can also use the alter command to add default constraints also. The first one in bold font, it is mentioned the syntax for the alter command to add the primary key. So alter table, table name, add primary key, and which of the field must be considered as a primary key, that must be mentioned, right, in a bracket, okay. So it is not necessary you can have only one primary key, multiple column can be considered as a primary key. So there is an example of the adding the primary key in student table. Alter table, student, add a primary key, student ID and a student phone number. These two are considered as a primary key, okay. Next one, that is a truncate command. How can you remove the table database data values from the database table, right? So truncate command is to be used. Basically this command is used to delete the complete data from the existing table, but database design will be remain into the database, right? Only the data will be deleted, right? So there is a syntax for that: truncate table followed by the truncate table name, right? Truncate table followed by the existing table name. Okay. So when you are writing truncate command, right, SQL at the SQL prompt, truncate table employees, that means everything from the all the data from the employee table will be removed, right? And if you look into the this table using select command, right, you will not found anything. Okay. You can also rename the table, right? Okay. So during the creation time, you have created the table, but later on you feel that I just would like to rename the table, right? So using rename command, you can rename the table names. Okay. So what is the syntax for that? Rename old table name to new table name. Okay. So the below it is mentioned, we would like to rename the student table to my student, right? So rename existing table to new table my student, right? So after doing executing this command, your tables will be considered as a my students. There is no more existence of the student table. Now next one, that is a drop command. Basically the drop command is used to remove the data as well as the table definition from the database, right? It not only allowed to delete the tables, you can use the drop command for the indexes, triggers also. You can also drop the constraints, you can also drop the permissions, right, which have been granted earlier. Okay. So all these triggers, constraints and permissions, indexes and tables can be dropped. Its existence will also be removed from the database memory, right? So not only data, but on the definition, its definitions will also be removed from the database. So what is the syntax for that? Drop table name, right, the existing table name. For example, we would like to drop the student table. So drop table student, right? So the entire definition of the student table as well as its data will be removed. So till now we have discussed the data definition language, how to create the table, how to remove the table, how can we modify table, column, how can we add the column, how can we add constraints, all these things. Later on, the next thing, that is a DML, data manipulation command, language command. That means once the table is created, now the next task is to insert the records, right? You can insert the record, you can update the existing record, you can also delete the existing records using DML commands. All three commands, insert, update, delete command, will comes under the DML commands category. Let us discuss each and every one in detail, right? So the first one, that is the insert command. As we know, the insert command, the name itself indicates to insert a new records into the database table, right? There are two basic types of syntaxes of the insert command. The first one syntax, that is a insert into, right? So you can see insert into syntax, insert into table name followed by the column name, right. Once the column name is completed, you have to specify its corresponding values, right, corresponding columns value. Okay. So using this insert into table, insert into command, whatever the value have been specified in the values field will be inserted in respective column, and the entire record will be generated, and finally entire record will be inserted into the database table. As you can see, if you would like to insert records into the customer table, right, so insert into, there is a syntax for that, inserting into customer. How many fields are there? Suppose the customers table having a 5 field: customer ID, name, age, address and salary, right. All these fields needs to be compulsory be mentioned here, followed by values. What kind of value for each and every column can hold, right. The customer ID 1, Ramesh, 32, Ahmedabad and 2000 salary, right. So once you execute this command, right, so if the syntactically it is correct, you will be able to insert the entire record into the customer table. If you found any numeric value, you don't need to specify in a brace, in a quotes, but if there is a string value, it must be written between two quotation mark, right, single quotation mark. Okay, opening quotation and closing quotation, right. For example, Ramesh and Ahmedabad, these two are string value, so they must be entered in a quotation mark. Same way you can also enter another customer, right. After that you will find this message, 2 rows inserted, right, and using select command you can view the records from the customer table. Next one, syntax for the insert command, that is insert into. In earlier case we have seen we have to specify the column name value, but in this case you can directly apply the values, right. But the order of the values and type of the value should be according to the column name, column type and column values. Okay. So insert into table names and values followed by value 1, 2, 3 and so on, right. So you can see the example of insert command, we are inserting into the customer values without specifying the column names. In the first syntax we have specified the column names, right. So the one row will be inserted. Okay. So this is how you can insert the values, insert the records into the table. Now once the records is inserted, later on user feel that they would like to update the record, right. So for that update command is used, right. So SQL update query basically used to modify the existing record. You can also use the where clause along with the update, but if you not use where clause, all the records will be modified, right. So if you would like to specify the conditions on particular records only, you have to compulsorily use the where clause, right. This is the syntax of update with where clause, right. This where clause is optional, you can ignore, but whenever you would like to specify the conditional based update command, the compulsorily where clause is to be required. Update table, then table name and the set keyword followed by the column 1 and its corresponding value, column 2 its corresponding value and column n and its corresponding value. So whichever the value have been set to different columns will be updated. And if you have used the where condition, if the condition is satisfied for which of the records, right, only that record will be updated, right. Let us see the example. If you like to modify the address of the customer as a Pune, for which the customer ID is 6, right. So update customer, set address, column name is address, is equal to Pune, right. So the address will be updated where the ID is 6. So whoever customer ID is 6, his address will be updated. Okay. Then the second one example is update customer, set address is equal to Pune where the salary is 1500, right. So whose customers are having the salary more than 1500, their address will be set as a Pune, right. So these are the example of update command. Let us see, this is the customer table in which we have customer ID, customer name, contact number, address, city, postal code and country, right. Now we have applied update command, right, on this customer table, right. Update customer, set contact name is equal to Juan where the country is Mexico, means the contact name will be set as a Juan, right, for only all those customers, those who are residing in Mexico country, right. So you can see in this table there are 2 employees, employee ID 2 and 3, they are living in Mexico, right, and their contact name will be updated. So finally at the after executing this update command, you will be getting this result. Okay. Then the next one is a delete command. If you like to delete the existing record, definitely you can use a delete command. Along with this delete command, you can use the where clause. It is optional. If you are not using the where clause along with the delete command, it will remove the entire record from the table, right. So make sure that if you are applying the where clause, otherwise all the records will be removed. So there is a syntax for delete command, delete from table name and where clause. Okay. So if the condition is satisfied, only that record will be removed from the database, right. So the first example, delete from the customers where customer ID is 6, only 6 customer ID will be, that record will be removed from the database table. And if you are applying the second second command, delete from the customer, entire record will be removed, right. All the records will be removed from the customer table. So in this lecture we have seen how to add constraints, how can we modify the constraint. We also have seen how to insert the record. We have seen 2 variants of the insert command. We also have seen update command and delete command to update the records and delete the record respectively. The rest of things will be discussed in the next lecture. Till then, namaskar.